Schönen guten Tag, meine Damen und Herren. Herzlich willkommen zu einem weiteren Video der Firma Performance GmbH. Wir sind im Land der unbegrenzten Möglichkeiten und wir sind auf der Suche nach dem perfekten Ami-Ford. Das kennen wir. Ja.
Diese Man.
Das ist ein V8. Das ist ein V8. Das war kein Porsche-Motor. Ist das krass? In so einem neuen Ding. Also, das, was wir jetzt machen, ich weiß nicht, wer uns erwartet, ob das ein lustiger Typ ist, ob es ein lieber Typ ist oder so, aber hier ist es so, ich bin ein kleiner Fanboy. Der Typ gerade sagte uns auch einfach, you here to meet Chris, he's the man. Wenn man auf der SEMA Show rumrennt, dann sieht man immer wieder Autos, die unfassbar gut gebaut sind. Und ich denke, hier ist es gut für uns einmal zu gucken, wenn wir aus dem Projekt machen wollen, wo ist die Fahnenstange denn? Denn das ist hier drin, bei Ruffian Cars. Ich hoffe auch, wenn wir jetzt reingehen, dass das so ist, wie wir uns das vorstellen. Weil das ist unglaublich. Die Autos sehen unfassbar aus. Wir gehen mal rein und gucken mal, was uns so erwartet. Was wir machen dürfen, was wir uns angucken dürfen, weil ihr seid einfach dabei, wie wir durch Amerika fahren und ein bisschen erforschen, was so geht. Los geht's. So, yeah, finally.
Yeah. Hello.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, same.
It's an honor for me to be here. I see already things that I don't really understand. So, I mean,
Yeah.
your cars, I always think we have to do pictures into the videos so you understand why I'm so impressed. They handle pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
You make them handle.
Yes, yeah. The priority for us is performance. Like, I get into autocrossing, racing, big track stuff.
Okay.
So everything we build is oriented around going fast and handling well, good performance, but then also to be streetable.
Okay, so and that's why you do this.
Yeah, so
You
this
take the
is
whole American spring thing out.
right. Yeah. Well, it depends. Some cars, like the '67 Mustang we did, was like a retro style.
The green one.
Vintage, yeah, like a vintage race car. So we still took the leaf springs out, had coilovers on it, but it still had a solid rear axle. So it just depends on the theme, like how far we go. So this one, the '69 we're building now, has an independent rear suspension in it.
So this is 69. So das ist das erste Mal, das ist the first time I'm saying this now. Also mein Wunsch ist wirklich, dass wir wirklich einen 69er Camaro bauen. Because my dream is to build a 69 Camaro.
Okay.
That's
cool.
what I want to do.
Sure.
And it's so difficult because I'm doing this all my life, and concerning all the other cars, it's easy for me to answer. But concerning this, I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
For a certain time, everybody said LS is the way to go, LS engine. And just a few minutes ago, I just met up with some few friends, and they said, you know what, LS is so boring. And I said, so what would you say? What's the best way to go?
Like I said, it depends on the theme, you know. So this, for example, this was a '69 Mustang, and we're building it to kind of have a NASCAR theme. So,
I mean, dry sump,
yeah,
all this is money here.
Yeah, this is a Boss 429 block.
What does that mean?
So in '69, Ford had to homologate a motor to run in NASCAR.
Okay.
So in order to homologate it, they had to have 500 be produced and sold to people.
Okay.
You know, so they made that was the Boss 429 Mustang, and it's pretty legendary.
So the car existed.
Car existed, yeah.
So not only the engine, so the complete car.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they just homologated the engine for NASCAR. The Mustangs never ran in NASCAR, but the engine did.
Okay.
So we're building a '69 now with modern technology, modern suspension, and that sort of stuff. But we're still running a Boss 429 engine, but it is a modern engine built by John Causey, so it's an aluminum block. This one's
That's a big block.
It is. Yeah, it's a 572 cubic inch.
And that's in liters?
It's 9 point something. It's 9.6, I think, somewhere around there.
Liter.
Yeah.
You don't know how crazy that sounds.
Yeah. It's this makes 845 horsepower
NA.
on pump gas. Yeah.
How does something like this drive? I mean, does it have traction?
So that's part of why it's pushed back so far. You can see this is where the radiator would be.
Yeah.
And so normally the front of the engine would be right here.
Yeah.
So we're back 1.5 feet, you know, all the way under the cowl.
And pedals?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. So the seat also has to go back.
The seat, the dash, the pedal assembly, everything comes back a 1.5 feet. So you can, we're right, the seat goes right where that harness bar is.
And you build this for customers?
So we will be right now because the company's so new. We built the Galaxy and the 67 Mustang that we showed at SEMA last year on our own dime.
I mean, really?
Thank you.
No, honestly, I enjoy, because so many American companies, they just build, and when you go closer, it's not so super clean. And I check out the cars, and I was so deeply impressed, really. Every detail, everything was so precise. And I thought, okay, if we want to do, let's try to do something in that direction, because it's just crazy. And when I look at it now, the effort that you put into it is crazy, because this is for the sway bar. Why you have the hole here, for example?
This is for front brake cooling. So
in the frame.
Yeah, so we'll have ducts that come in, and tubes will come here and then come down into here, and then that'll be fed into the rotor.
Okay. Yeah. So a car like this, how much is a car like this at the end of the day?
$1 million. If you,
I was a little far away in the car. We were talking about, and I said, maybe 400.
Yeah. Something more.
1 million.
Huh?
1
okay,
million.
Yeah.
1 million.
Yeah. It's just because of the time. So I mean, the only stuff that's left from the Mustang originally is the stuff that's still painted yellow. You know, new floors, new frame, new cage, new sheet metal on the rear. There's not much left, so everything has to be hand built.
And how much time?
That's the thing. That's the reason why it's so expensive. So the Galaxy was 6,000 hours.
So in time, how much time did you? I mean, you worked on every day by yourself. 2 people, 3 people.
2 people full time for 1.5 years.
And you sold it?
No, we have it. So we'll go over and see it if you want. It's over in the showroom.
Is the green one here too?
The original one, the 70 is.
I would love to see it.
Yeah.
Because I got to show the guys. Mm-hmm. I sound silly, but how different your cars look, because they have so much. They look very, very clean.
Yeah.
So really, I mean,
that 70 you'll see. We can kind of show the differences and stuff. But that 70, that would be a $300,000 car, versus the Galaxy would be $1 million. So it's just in how much time you spend, how far you go down that rabbit hole.
So there. Let me go further.
Yeah.
So there are other people who built this for 100.
Yeah.
I think about 10 times the money. It's crazy.
Well, you mean 40 or 400?
No, I mean, there are some people who build you something that costs $100,000.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So yeah. But when you're next to the car that's $1 million, now I know the price.
Well, it's tough now because Mustang, just a shell of a Mustang without rust problems or whatever. Now that's 50 grand. You know, a fastback. Yeah. So you're halfway there, and you haven't bought a motor, or transmission, or a chassis. None of that stuff.
And you do this all here.
Yes, yeah. So we've been here for 2 years. The 70 Mustang, I'll show you. The GT40, I built those in my garage before the shop.
Yeah. May I ask you how old are you now?
49 now.
49.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is the front tire for this car. So give you an idea of what we're. Basically, the frame is narrow.
Geiler. Yeah, to give a real shape, real form.
Yeah, NASCAR though didn't have huge fender flares, so the rear fenders are stock looking, but they're pulled out.
And a little higher? Because I think to put the fender higher is always a very nice proportional thing to do.
Right. Not on this one, because we'll be doing a full belly pan and side skirts on it. So we have the room.
And you build this also yourself?
No, so this is a chassis from Roadster Shop.
So you can buy this?
Yes, and they, that's all they do is build. Well, they build cars too, but their business is built on building chassis. So
and this is for?
This is for that T-Bird, the 57 T-Bird.
So it will drive. That's from a Corvette, right?
Yes, the hubs, spindles are from a C6.
And how much is something like this to buy this?
Depending on your options, around 30,000. Which is reasonable considering all the work. It's cheaper for us to have them build one than it is for us to build one in-house.
No question.
Because they're efficient. Yeah, they're efficient. They have a whole process. And
And the differential is screwed to the chassis. Doesn't that make a lot of noise?
We'll see. I haven't run one of these before.
You know what I mean? Because if I see that, I would always think that if you drive it, it would shake your butt.
Maybe, but our cars tend to be loud and obnoxious anyway, so you wouldn't notice.
Guck mal, Flo, von hier, die Proportion des Reifens. Okay, it's high, alles a cut one. It was a slick and you cut.
Yes. Yeah.
Guck mal, wie geil das aussieht, ne? Die Größe des Reifens vorne in Verbindung mit dem Rest des Autos.
So I'll grab the rear.
Man merkt aber die Qualität, die Ruhe, die er hat, weil, guck mal, 1 Million, bitte. Krass, ich habe gedacht, deutlich günstiger.
So this is the rear that we're running on here.
This will be actually on the car?
Yeah, it fits under the fenders.
It does?
Yep.
That's big.
Yeah. Yeah, these are from, so again, we're styling it after NASCAR. So NASCAR now is running 18-inch front and rear wheels and tires. So
18 wide?
No, 18-inch diameter.
Okay.
The rears are 14-inch wide, and the fronts are 13.
14 wide. Yep. You don't hear that very often.
Yeah.
Das ist 14 mal 18 Zoll. 14 mal 18 Zoll. No, that is serious. It will go. Okay.
Yeah, so that was part of we're trying to move the weight back. The whole front end is carbon. Take as much weight off the front and get as much weight towards the back as we can.
So coolers, everything in the back?
Yeah.
Water cooler?
No, we'll still have the radiator up front.
Okay.
But, and then big giant tires and try to put it down.
And then again, so you build that, you don't have a customer for it, and then you offer it.
Yeah, but it's the first cars now are more trying to develop the brand and promote the brand, get everybody to understand what Ruffian is and what our style is, and then hopefully attract clients that like what we do so we can keep doing what we want to do.
And it works out?
So far, we'll start our first full client build next year. 4
million or something around that.
Yes. Yeah, so
this tire can't be for you.
No. It's one of my guys.
Hey, how's it going?
There you go.
You need a quick signature, I'm sorry about that.
All right.
Das kann nicht für hier sein, oder? Aber ey, ist das derselbe Stuhl?
Ja, Viper.
Ja, ne? So, can we have a look?
Yeah. Should check out the, most of these are just, that Cougar's Mikey's. He just works for me. But most of these are project cars. But the other car that we're working on heavily right now is the Plymouth. This is a 1935 Plymouth. And I had a GT1 race car, a retired GT1 race car.
From what brand?
It was a Corvette C5.
Okay.
And we disassembled that car, and we're using that chassis for this Plymouth. So you can see the white, anything that's painted white is the GT1 car. The wheels, the tires, the brakes, everything, all mechanically is GT1. And then everything that's metal is new.
This is also your car, then?
Yeah.
No, customer car.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
This race car I had for a couple of years, and I just wasn't using it.
Okay.
So.
And this is the idea?
Yeah.
Is it okay to show it?
Rather wait.
Okay, cool. No, I understand that, absolutely.
Yeah. Because it'll change inevitably as we build it.
No, I would love to see the other ones.
Yeah.
What kind of big gearbox do you have on that one up there?
It's
sequential?
an HGT sequential. Yeah.
And this chassis is then made to go where?
To the 72 Corvette convertible that's over here, this red one.
So your idea, this big carrot is also on the front. So your idea is always it's carbon fiber, right?
Yeah.
So the ZR1?
Yeah.
Okay. So ZR1 engine? No.
No, it is an LS, but it's a twin turbo build.
So performance is the thing for you.
Oh, for sure. But also realistic streetability and being able to maintain them and that sort of, because I have to work on them.
One second. Realistic?
Yeah. Well, it's all got to be accessible. All has to work. In other words, I'm not going to bury a bunch of functionality under a bunch of covers for a car show and make it hard to work on. Right? Being able to perform and being able to maintain it and work on it is a priority over what looks cool. But for me, racing stuff looks cool.
Always.
So
not for everybody. Some people don't understand it because the stance is sometimes a little different. But if you have a heart for it, you want that.
Right. So yeah, I tend to have you know, still like in the back of the Galaxy, we'll see it on the back where the coolers are. There's no vents. It's just an exposed open hole.
Yeah.
You know, and race cars, they don't bother with grills and vents and meshes.
No.
Just don't cover that stuff up. Leave it open.
And so what would you, I mean, I'm a German guy. German engineering, all German. And we want to build a 69 Camaro. What engine would you put in this car? High reffing, no NA car. So I don't want a turbo, I don't want a supercharger, I want an NA car. Let me sit down for this one.
There's a lot you could choose from. They made a LT1, I think it was called LT1 back in the day, that was aluminum block, big block, 427.
Okay. Old engine.
Old engine.
Okay.
They made those, put them in the Camaros, and they were outrageously fast back in the day. So it would be cool to kind of take and do a modern version of that. So take one of those blocks. They did reproduce them for a while.
So you mean injectors, everything, but still use the old block?
Yeah, still use. It's technically a big block. It's not a small block like an LS, but it's still aluminum.
I like high reffing. So big block high reffing is a combination that's not so good.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the stroke is pretty long.
Yeah.
So what high reffing, if it has to be an LS, what LS would you take?
Oh, I don't know.
Schwer, ne? Oder?
I think so many companies are building cool, crazy LSs that I think it's a matter of just who you trust, to build an engine, yeah.
So many. Like, what do you think, how many people offer LS builds? I mean, different LS styles. I mean,
hundreds.
Ja. Überleg mal, das würde jetzt zum Beispiel wirklich geben, hunderte Firmen, die dir VR6-Blöcke anbieten. Aber eigene Blöcke. Der eine ein bisschen mehr Bohrung, der andere ein bisschen mehr Hub. Nee, wir nehmen alle nur den Serien VR6. Entweder ein 2.8er, 2.9er oder 3.2er oder 3.6er. Und dann noch Kurbelwelle ein bisschen hin und her spielen und das war's. It's such a different world because of your laws. It makes sense for all these companies to create and sell all these products. It's amazing. So let's check out the other cars if that's cool for you. Wir fahren mal rüber zum anderen Laden, okay? Oh, you have a Buck Mono.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's very, very, very. You get them street legal in America?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a license plate on that one.
And there it is. Erinnert ihr euch? This is one of my favorite cars.
Oh yeah, awesome. First one I built. First full build anyway. So this one has the LS in it, and it was built on a budget. I think I'm into this one about 80, somewhere around there. But I was doing all my own labor.
I got one small question. How you get the cars in and out?
In front of that Mercedes, there's a roll-up.
So, that's great.
Yeah.
I like the fenders, the style of the fenders, the height, everything. But I mean, these kind of details, you can buy this or you...
Yeah, that's Ring Brothers sells them on Summit. Yeah, most of that stuff was bolt-on, but the body's all sheet metal. That was all me, just hand forming all of that stuff.
You don't have to answer that, but how you do that? You said you're building the first customer car next year, but you're building all these cars and just for you?
Yeah, well...
You don't have to. I'm just curious.
Yeah. My background's in video games, my career. So almost 30 years.
What game? What game? What company?
Counter-Strike, Left 4 Dead. Yeah.
So Valve?
Yeah, I worked at Valve for a stint, but also Turtle Rock Studios, working with Valve, on stuff. Yeah, so 30 years in games, and then does all right, But that's a whole career, So.
I'm super impressed because we are honest guys. On the drive, we were thinking about. He just said the first customer car. Yeah. Then I saw the controller in your workshop. Then I see this in the corner.
Yeah.
I thought, something is.
Yeah, video games. You can kind of see it once you realize it. But these cars, a lot of people say they look like they come from video games.
And what's up with the 8857 on the license plate?
Oh, that's just whatever number they gave me.
Okay, because this one, both.
They're dealer plates. Dealer plates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is an LS. Are people against it when you
Very much, yeah. For an LS and a Ford, yeah.
They don't like that.
They don't like that.
So why didn't you put a Ford engine into it?
Because the LS is way cheaper.
Okay.
And it's an aluminum block, so it's lighter.
So how much was it to build this car then for you?
I'm in at less than 100. About 80, but it was all my own labor.
You want to sell this car?
No, it's my first one. It's my baby.
You want to sell this car? Or how much would it be if you would? Just dreaming.
Yeah, if we were to build it as the shop now, we could do it for around 354.
That is a beast. I mean, the whole stance. I like really everything about it. So the suspension is also the way we saw it at your shop?
No, this is still the Ford unibody.
Okay.
And it's tubular front control arms, but the same style as factory. Mm-hmm. And then the rear is a solid rear axle Watts link with coilovers.
Also, your color combinations, the floor, how everything is made. Can I touch it?
Yeah. It's just textured paint.
Das ist ein geiler Style. Die Farbe, this color in combination with this and the texture is...
Yeah, no carpet or anything, so I wanted something grippy.
And you drive this?
Yeah, this has the most miles of anything, that I have built. Yeah, this has a lot of autocross days on it, a lot of street driving, a lot of car shows.
That's an Ultima?
Yep.
I had a customer with this one time, and for my size, impossible to drive.
Yeah.
Impossible to drive.
They're pretty tiny.
So you're going to track? A lot?
Mostly autocrossing. Mm-hmm. Right, yeah, in parking lots. And then that's my only drag car, and that's a Gas Monkey Garage built it, and I just bought it on eBay.
Okay.
And we did some work to it to make it a street car again, to make it street legal, but other than that, it's what Gas Monkey built.
And how much is that when you found it on the internet? You buy this in America for?
I paid 60 grand.
Okay. That is. That's the real deal.
The Galaxy.
Komm mal her. Guck mal, wo die Aufhängung sitzt, siehst du das? Die Push-Rod-Arme gehen da auf die Achse. Die Abgasanlage geht da durch den Innenraum wieder hoch, siehst du das? Und kommt hier raus, am Kofferraum. Dann diese Bleche, das Bürsten von den Blechen, diese ganzen kleinen Anschlagpunkte, dieses Spritzsystem mit den Schnellverschlüssen. Die ganzen Lochbohrungen sind ja alle nachträglich gemacht. Die Farbe. Guck mal, die Farbkombination im Innenraum mit Babyblau. Dann ist hier wieder unser spezieller Freund drin. Dann so einen modernen Sitz in so einem alten Auto. 2 verschiedene Sitze.
Mit dem Interieur passt das aber auch.
Ja, das Bedienpanel, aber auch wieder gelb. Weißt du, der Mut zu der Farbe.
Ja, hier draußen ist ja auch Akzent.
Ja, klein, ja. Dann ist die Ansaugung ist Teil von der Haube, aber wirklich von der Haube und ist erst geschlossen, wenn die Haube zu ist. Dann guck mal, wo der Motor sitzt. Der Motor ist ja den ganzen Weg zurückgerückt. Boah, ist das krass. So how many hours are this?
6,000.
But it's a pretty big car to race.
It is. It's very big. It's 119-inch wheelbase. So it's very large.
Can we close the hood?
Yes.
Wow. Flo, stell ich mal hier hin. Guck dir das mal an. Guck dir das mal an. Das haben wir noch nie gesehen. Was ist das für ein Style? I'm very impressed because the style is, you don't know what you're looking at. Because I never seen such a long front lip.
Yeah.
But it's still a racy lip.
Yeah.
Then it's a very high quality rebuilt fashion. You know, it's a classy car in a classy concours condition, but it's a race car.
Right.
And the stands and the 3-piece wheels, then the modern seat. I don't know what I'm looking at. Everything is just different.
Yeah, it's good.
Boah.
It's fun to drive.
Yeah, this is not so interesting.
Right?
Yeah, we know this a lot in Germany, but then this. This is an old one with new headlights.
Yeah, those 3D printed.
And what the hell is going on here?
They're 180-degree headers, so it sounds like a flat plane crank instead of a cross plane crank.
And no supercharger?
No, just NA 580, mix 580, and it's 2,400 pounds. So.
And this was a GT4? What was it?
It's a replica Superformance.
Oh, yeah, really? Mm-hmm. And you modified it? Because the fenders are not like that. Nothing.
Right. Yeah. So we did the wide body, carbon wide body on it.
And it's pretty cheap, actually. The base.
The base, about 200K.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Because on the SEMA, sometimes I see.
Maybe RCR. They're a little bit cheaper.
No, not RCR. I saw it from Factory 5 Racing.
Factory 5. Yeah, they're cheaper.
They're like 40,000.
Yeah, the Superformance. They sell rollers only, no kits. So it's already painted and fully assembled, but no engine transmission.
Got it. And you made all this to be. Can we close it up to see the full?
Yeah. We go around the other side.
No?
There you go.
Yeah, no, that's very well. You have a very good feeling for height and width and
yeah.
No, absolutely. Very nice feeling for it. Also the mixture always from an old car with modern details and modern materials, and the color combinations are very, very clean. Das sieht super aus, ne? Also wirklich. What's the best sounding car that you have here?
The best sounding one here, probably the Lamborghini STO, hard to beat. That Cobra's good, but it's also fuel pumps down on it.
Is it a real Cobra?
No, it's a Shelby. It is a Shelby, but it's a continuation.
When they are completely real, then they are.
Oh yeah, multi-million dollars.
Yeah, extreme.
Yeah. No, this is about 200K, somewhere around
This
there.
one? And the originals are 2.1?
Yeah, over 2 million, yeah.
And then this, from England.
Yeah.
Bakmono. I think that's a car that's very special.
Yeah.
Because I was watching the company all the time. I was also thinking about buying one. Then now it is street legal in Germany. I think there are now a few people who have it street legal. I'm not sure. I mean, are they still around? The company's still there?
Yeah, now they're making them. This has 285 horsepower. The new ones have 335, I think.
I think turbo now, right?
Turbo.
And this is a Cosworth 2 liter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's NA.
And you drive it around?
Yeah. Yeah.
Street legal? Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Das geile Teil, ne? And they are not so super expensive. I think they're 200.
I think it was 289 for this one used. Yeah, the new ones are closer to 4, I think.
Yeah, that's not worth it. Okay.
But they're very extreme, and they're very like I never drove a center seat position until this car. And on the track, so different.
Yeah,
because there's no difference between the left side of the car and the right side of the car. So like when I take it autocrossing, judging the distance to the cone.
This point is this point, and this one is this one. They're the same.
And then on the road, on the street, it's very easy to stay in the center of your lane.
Yes.
Because you're right in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, so it really makes a big difference. But you can't take anyone for rides, which sucks.
I'm pretty happy with this.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a Camaro, right?
Yes. So this is a banner from our SEMA booth. So that was our 67 Mustang, and we photoshopped it into an old race photo.
Great. Thank you very, very much for having us.
Yeah.
And to be able to, to see the cars, to meet you. You will be at SEMA this year? No.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, just going, just to see it. Yeah. So we'll be there Wednesday, Thursday.
Great.
Just to hang out, meet people. Yeah.
Thank you very, very much, really. I'm in honor. And wir gucken uns mal ein bisschen um, was hier so steht. Ich weiß, ihr wollt immer alles hören und machen und tun, aber das sind halt wirklich Privatpersonen und ich möchte denen auch nicht irgendwie auf die Nüsse gehen und sagen, mach mal an, mach mal an, mach mal an. Obwohl ich es wirklich gerne hören würde. Aber das machen wir vielleicht irgendwann mal in Dortmund oder ein andermal. Also, bis später. Tschüss.
Hello, I'm the freshest in the place. When I lapse with my vibe and you can't keep the pace. Head to toe while I'm dripping in style. I'm fly with $1 million smile. Cannot be me, never could you see me. When you this fresh, everybody wanna greet me. Check the clock, now I check my wrist. Ice so bright, the whole room stay lit. I know you wanna match my style. You haven't seen someone like me in a while. It looks easy, I make it look easy. Born to be fly, know you really believe me. I leave the room, energy remains. I'm the flyest, stacked up with all these chains. Who swag, my swag. I go. I'm so fresh all around the globe. There ain't no other that can take my role. I'm so hot, but the style so cold. In every room, you know that I reign. Eyes on me, can't deny the fame. Now watch the kicks, don't step on my shoes. Outfit changing for every mood. Don't hate what you see, I'll bring it to the game. So sad, you can never drive in my